And we are live. Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the June 8th, 2024 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word Saint spelled backwards. And my co-hosts today are the lovely First Lady J. We got Brother Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk, every Thursday at 9 p.m. We got El Poo, the infamous star, spin that back. That's going to be 10:30 a.m. every Saturday. And after the show, what are we discussing, El Poo?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the R.I.P and Rakim. Let's just go ahead and say it. R.I.P and Rakim. That's what we're talking about today.
Spoiler alert. It's going to be amazing. So, and we got Mr. Floyd X. What's going on with you, First Lady J?
I'm well. I'm just sitting here enjoying my moment, waiting till I go jump in the pool. It's my birthday month and it's Father's Day month, and I'm just ready for a prosperous month.
Oh, that's cool. Happy birthday to my daughter, whose birthday was yesterday. So, yeah, what's
Happy
up?
birthday to you,
Lady J.
Yes,
Lady
sir.
J, are you never on vacation? Like, wait, every time it's like, yeah, I'm at the spa, fellas. I'm in Rio. Okay. I love it though. I love it. You're looking good too, girl. Happy birthday, all that good stuff, especially to your daughter, Mr. Nice Guy, beautiful thing. And salute to her for marrying a black man.
Oh my goodness. We're all supposed to live life. That's it.
He ain't gonna get no reparations either, man. He's one of y'all tethers. No, I'm just kidding. What's going on with you, Mr. Floyd X?
Chilling, man. Trying to mentally prepare myself and be ready for this show, but I'm here though.
Damn.
Work in progress.
I thought somebody died. What happened, Floyd? Damn, bro.
Might be a little scattery today. What's going on with you, El Poo?
Yeah, just blessed and happy to be here once again.
That's what's up. Let's get to the get. First Lady, what's up in the news?
First in the news, I have rapper brother MARQUIS of Two Live Crew. Mark Ross, the rapper who performed as Brother MARQUIS as member of the hip-hop group Two Live Crew, has died, according to a post shared on Two Live Crew social media accounts Monday night. He was 58 years old. His brother released a statement stated that he passed away from a massive heart attack. Luther Campbell, better known as Uncle Luke, and a former member of Two Live Crew, paid tribute in a post on X. He stated, "My condolences go out to the family of Brother MARQUIS and so many of his fans from around the world after learning his passing. We took on so many fights for the culture, made great music together, something I will never forget." Campbell wrote in part, "The Brother MARQUIS that I know will want us to celebrate his life. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Rest in peace, my brother." While he was not an original member of Two Live Crew, he was a notable one.
Salute to that.
Definitely brother. Salute to Brother MARQUIS. Been a fan of him since. Throw that dude. You know what I'm saying? Pause. They was playing World of Wisdom. It was a hit back in the 80s. Me so horny, sitting at home with my on. You know what I mean? Brother MARQUIS, you can tell from my show, Sex Talk with Walk, I'm definitely influenced by the Brother MARQUIS. Salute and rest in peace. Health as well. I didn't know he had a heart attack. 58 years old. That's too young. That's only 20 years older than me. But salute. Rest in peace to the brother Marquis.
Yeah, rest in peace to him.
Peace.
And y'all gotta understand, y'all know Two Live Crew was out here printing up their records at Macola, right? Yeah, just to let y'all know. And most of them from San Bernardino. You know.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was in the army. Brother Marquis was in the army, and him and Mr. Mix was in the army back in the days. Yes. Stationed in March Air Force Base. I've been there.
What we got up next, First Lady J?
Thomas, I'm gonna ask you to speak on MTG versus Fauci.
Oh, see, we weren't going to discuss it, but since you brought it up, let's talk about it.
It's on my list.
Okay, so Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, the also known as 6Bs, went bat-ish nuts on Dr. Fauci over the whole, COVID situation. And he basically said, she asked him, the mask, was the mask based on science? He goes, it was not based on data. And what he was saying that, look, they didn't do an actual experimentation on the mask with respect to COVID. But what he wasn't saying is that he said that, look, I'm not the even one that came up with that concept. That came from the CDC, but that was based on droplet therapy. So the bottom line is he's saying that, look, the mask thing was shown that it has an impact when things are dealing with droplets. So this is why when you go to hospitals, they actually pass those masks because those masks actually works. But, she used all this to go crazy and then say she wouldn't even refer to him as a doctor. So, again, this is another example of that bombastic, crazy. I try not to be super disrespectful, but I mean, I can feel what I feel about Trump, but Trump is like way more grounded and sane than she is. She's the farthest extreme of it all. So that's what happened. Learn your science. It was based on science. COVID was actually a real thing. These people made a very strong effort to handle it as best as could be handled, and this impacted the world, not just the United States. So it was a real thing. Quit fronting about it. That's it.
What it is she's trying to out Trump. That's what these people are trying to do. They're trying to see how far they can go with their ridiculousness and the buffoonery and the crazy stuff that they say, and see how many people just don't even question it, but actually go with it. Trump started this, and they just trying to be a bigger clown than he is. I mean, I take it for what it is. I mean, when he said you can get rid of COVID by putting a light in your body or something like that, come on now. What kind of science is that? Come on.
Yeah. Or drinking bleach. I mean, there was a whole bunch of things that went on. So you're muted, Walk. You was about to say something?
You know what else Trump did? Brother Marquis, he has something to do with that too. Let's move on, guys.
That was a weak drive by. So what else we got up next?
Up next, we have The Dream. Songwriter and producer Terius The Dream, a longtime hit maker and collaborator of artists including Beyonce and Rihanna, was accused Tuesday of rape, physical assault, and psychological manipulation by a former protege. The woman, Shanaz Mangrove, filed a suit in a Los Angeles district court against him, as well as the record label Epic Records and a company owned by The Dream called Contra Paris LLC. In the lawsuit, she alleges that Dream made extravagant promises to help jumpstart her music career, telling her he would make her the next Beyonce and Rihanna. Instead, she alleges he raped her, strangled her, and psychologically manipulated her, including allegedly making a video of sexual encounter and threatening to show it to other people.
Yo, you better destroy that video if you did do it, because they'll be coming for it. So again, I don't know. These are accusations. We can't jump to one side or the other. We got to let the investigation play out. But as grown-ups, you got to be careful. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Whether you're T-Pain or whatever, the sister, or the bottom line is there's dangerous stuff out there, and be smart. You will. What's in the dark will come to light. What you got to say about this, Brother Walt?
Well, it's almost impossible to really safeguard yourself from this if you're in a room with a person. If it's just you two, it becomes your word against hers. That's what it sort of seems like to me. I'm sure they had plenty of nights in the studio, just them two. Maybe she wasn't as talented as she probably thought she was, and maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing hypotheticals with myself, but it's impossible. I could be in the room with Lady J and be like, Lady J touched me. But that's probably possible because look at me. Look, I went off the rail. I'm sorry, man. No, but the thing to do with these guys, these entertainers, just get married, get you a woman and relax. Or do like Terrence Howard used to do. He said he used to videotape everything, a recording in his house. Not a physical, like a camera, but an audio recording of every incident with every person who ever came in his house, which is a little weird, but I understand where you're coming from now. Because the dream probably like, damn, I wish I probably was recording because she was on me. You know what I mean? Lady Jack. No, I'm just kidding. Let me leave Lady Jack alone.
Yeah, you brought up Terrence Howard. Boy, that brother, he may have a good point, but that's a person that's kind of drifted a little bit. You here's the scientific theories about stuff, but let's not get too much on that tangent. I see that Miss Floyd X bounced on.
hey, 1 times 1 is 2.
I'm just telling you, man. That brother is drifting. He's drifting, but
that's what he said. Watch this. He had an interview. He said that's what they did just to make him so he wouldn't get paid for his movies. They started sending rumors about him. He's erratic. He's not a good person to work with on the set. Yeah. So you starting to believe the hype, my brother. That's what this ain't like.
1 times 1. He's struggling with the concept of 1 times 1. I mean, he's doing interviews on Rogan. What is the name? Is Joe Rogan?
The Joe Rogan.
Yeah, the Joe Rogan. So he's the one that sent his thesis and his stuff to Neil deGrasse Tyson, and Homeboy just marked up all of this stuff like bruh, and just like, at some point he goes, look, man, I can't help you anymore because this stuff isn't even slightly grounded in science. So now on his defense, he said, a lot of the people that broke through scientifically were looked at as crazy because people didn't understand it. They weren't sophisticated. But we can work out the concept of 1 times 1. This dude struggles with the concept of 0 times 1. I mean,
you can't be serious. You cannot be serious saying this 1 time 1 stuff we've been learning since we was 2 years old, 3 years old. Come on, it's something behind that. It's some method to that madness. Come on, bro.
Let me tell you what the method is.
I'm not going to allow you.
It can be proven. It's 1-1. That's
it's
it.
1-1. That's what
it's just 1-1. That's all it is.
And the reason why 0 times 1 is 0 because it means
zero.
no ones.
Nothing. Yeah,
no
nothing.
ones. So because he's saying you can't multiply something and make it less or make it the same. It has to expand because the nature of multiplication. But what if you multiply something by a fraction?
Actor. The Negro's an actor. What the hell we sitting here?
So basically,
okay. Let me end it like this. Let me end it by saying this. Please. Check this out. I think it's with him talking about he got video cameras and videotape and everything going on in his house. It's the Diddy effect. And with the dream, he must have been to some of those Diddy parties because what he been doing. And you know what I gotta say about that.
He Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no.
That's what's up. What do we got up next, First Lady J?
Up next, we have Dallas Mavericks star Kyrie Irving reportedly made a unique choice for his first signing for his Anta shoe line. Shams Charania of The Athletic and Stadium reported on Tuesday that Irving signed his father, Dre Derrick, to a signature shoe deal, marking the first time an athlete has signed their dad to a shoe deal.
Man, I love this dude. I think Kyrie Irving is a beautiful human being. I don't quite understand the concept of signing your father to a shoe deal if he's not an athlete. But again, it's all love. If it works, I'm rooting for the brother. I'm rooting for this father's shoe to do well. I guess if your shoe is fire, your shoe is fire. It doesn't matter what you do or who you are. But salute to that brother.
I remember Jay-Z, he had an interview. He was talking about how back in the day, he's in Def Jam office, and he's talking about how he wanted to make a headphones, like where, you know what I'm saying? Because I listen to headphones all the time. I know headphones, and they was like, get out of here. You're crazy. And then Dr. Dre Beats came with that, and it was blew up, and he sold it and became the first producer, rapper, billionaire. Come on now, we can't just discredit this. It sounds a little ridiculous. I don't know what kind of shoe it's gonna be. What's gonna be the grandpa slides, the grandpa 2-3s? I don't know. So let's see what it look like. See what it is. It's a different idea. So let's go. And we gotta keep in mind he's a flat earther. Sometimes he's genius.
He don't really believe that.
Unbalanced.
He don't really believe that.
The nigga said it.
I know he said it, but
he's a flat earther. What you gotta say, Floyd X?
Hey, shout out to Kyrie Irving. It's a great Father's Day gift to sign his father, great Father's Day gift to sign his father to a shoe deal. And I think he's trying to promote the all family thing, because remember he got dropped from I don't know if it was Nike or Adidas because of his stance on the stuff that was trying to cancel him, so they dropped him. So he decided to go start his own shoe line, and he's building it up from the ground up. So shout out to that brother. Much respect.
Hey, real quick, fellas, I gotta go help somebody move. Love the show. Y'all in the ear. Salute everybody.
Peace out.
Peace out, brother. All right, now we can talk about his ass, but so what do we got up next, First Lady J?
We have a former Black Panther member does not support former President Trump, despite a viral interview that's being shared across right-wing social media accounts. His grandson says. Eric Jones said his grandfather, David Hilliard, a founder Black Panther member, was the victim of senior abuse and wasn't fully aware of what was going on when he was interviewed by a woman named Carol D. Mitchell. In the now viral interview, Hilliard said he knew Trump when he was a college student in the 1960s. Trump is a person who's a decent man, and he supported the Black Panther Party, Hilliard reportedly said. He was someone who gave us money. Trump's a friend of African Americans, and I knew Trump from the 1960s in New York, where he comes from, and he's a friend to African Americans. He's a decent man, he continued. I mean, he's not a racist. He's not a racist, faces white man. He supported Black people. His grandson spoke out against the interview as it gained traction online and was picked up by news outlets. He would absolutely not be aligned with any of Trump's politics, Jones said of his grandfather, per what I am reading. People should understand that he is not a supporter of or affiliated with anything that Trump has done in the modern era.
And the main thing was that this dude is a mentally decapacitated. Sorry, but the bottom line is he's an old person that whatever reason he got into this discussion, and those are actually pretty specific details. But suffice it to say, the grandson is saying like, look, Pops is nowhere working with full functionality, and that this is just absolute abuse. It reminds me of Shelley Duvall getting interviewed by Dr. Phil. It's one of those situations where you grab somebody in their weakest state and you ask them, and they just speak and they give you something. You run with those sound bites, but that's not a true representation of where they're coming from. So now it's egg on their face for trying to run with that.
Look how desperate these people are acting to get this Trump support from the Black community. Look at the things that's going on. Wasn't it a story yesterday that just came out about a juror, something about the jury, about the hush money case? What was that, Mr. Nice Guy? I know you got some info on that, right?
What happened was the judge actually he saw that on social media because they were circulating. Some dude, one of the MAGA people, diehards, he trumped up this. He created this the article saying that one of the juries was like, we got him, we're gonna get him. Basically something to that effect. So then the judge is like, okay, this is out here. Now we got to investigate it. you can't just let this fly. We're gonna shine a light on it. And if there's some truth about it, then we got to do something about it. But if there's nothing, which there's nothing, then we need to put that out here and kill it right here and now. So that was the dust up about that. And that's the thing about it, the internet. You can just create something. You just create a video. You can make the most ridiculous point, whether you believe it or not. But someone else can run with it like it's prophecy, and then everybody circulates it like a disease.
Okay, and we sitting up here, and let me just say this too. We sitting up here, well, some people are sitting up here making the case that people were enabling Puffy with his tactics and the stuff that he was doing. Now they coming out talking about it. They didn't do anything about it when it was happening. But look at what they're doing with Trump. Same difference.
Yeah, I mean, just admit it, just acknowledge. He's got some arguable, decent policies. Lean into the policies. Don't lean into the lies. It's just, but it is what it is. We're not gonna talk too much about that. I know that you, Floyd X.
Yeah,
she's going through all of the stuff. I anticipated we were gonna do all that stuff, and I'm glad you did because hey, we got some things out there. But I don't know if you want to pivot into the topics, or you want to talk about the celebrity thing. You want to talk about Martin?
We're done with the news. I'm sorry. We're done with all the end of news stuff. Because you have
you got some more topics, right? You got some more in the news, right?
I have the superintendent. I have Martin. I have Michelle Obama.
Let's talk about
Martin. Oh,
yeah, let's do the Martin.
Okay, Martin, it is.
Let me real quick. I'm gonna play the video first so we can get the context. There's no audio, but this is the video of him coming out, and he looked like he's not well, and so people start asking questions. Is there something wrong with his health? And he might have just been high. When I'm looking at the video, I don't know. But it looks like to have somebody have to hold your hand and walk you out. Something's wrong there. But according to Nice Guy, you said that
he was on The View. He's been doing the rounds, dispelling that. He's saying that, look, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm in good shape. I understand that, I appreciate everybody's concern, but I'm fully healthy, whatever that means, at our age. But I think that this might be kind of like how everybody was extra worrying about Jamie Foxx, and it turns out he was going through some things, but it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. And maybe that's the situation with Martin. As I understand it, he's supposed to be he's planning on going on a tour or doing like a comedy thing, like maybe next year or something like that. So, and I've heard by the way, I've heard 2 very good reviews about this Bad Boy movie thing. So I'll be interested to check it out myself.
Yeah. Shout out to Martin Lawrence, man. Go ahead, El Pooh. Go ahead.
I was getting ready to say this. I gotta put it out there. When I look at movies like Blue Streak or Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, that's what I think about when I think about Martin. The last Bad Boys 3, he didn't look the same. So Bad Boys 4, I don't know. It just ain't the same Martin. And then at the same time, Eddie Murphy coming out with this Beverly Hills. What is it? Beverly Hills Cop. What, 4?
Yeah.
Or 5. What is it?
Yeah, but he been acting way a decade longer than Martin. He's still moving around, healthy and everything.
I'm not mad at them because what they trying to capitalize off of their franchise. They build something up and they trying to max it out, like how Rocky did. How many Rockies they got? He had a whole franchise and started a second one with the Creed. So it's what Martin and them trying to do is trying to establish this franchise. I think it's a great thing. Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America, all these is black franchises. I know they owned by the white studios at some point, but it's predominantly black, and they trying to get it in the black lane.
It should have
made a lot of money.
It should have been Will Smith and Eddie Murphy, Bad Beverly Hills, or something like that.
Damn. Just went a whole different direction.
Just cutting out Martin. Oh man, a Bad Boys 3 was a big, I believe, financial success. I understand you may feel how you feel about it critically or whatever. I mean, definitely, I saw it. He definitely wasn't moving. He definitely wasn't. I mean, but he's an older cat, and he ain't. It's one thing when you working out and all healthy, like Will Smith is, and it's another thing when you just an older cat. You know what I'm saying? So there's levels of health. But maybe he's moving around a whole lot better in number 4. We'll see how it plays out. But I understand when you get old, sometimes the energy, you don't got the same energy, and it affects us. It hurts us to see those people that we like, become to what happens with age. So I mean, it is what it is. We're not gonna shame old people for getting older.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, maybe he was just drunk, but I don't know. But I know Keith Murray, he was high off something. Now that's the difference.
Oh man, you talking about the video with $20? Oh, that was a gut punch, man.
It's a few of them. Well,
Oh
anyway, I'm
man.
just saying, that's when you know somebody's on some drugs.
Oh man.
Martin don't look like he's on drugs. I think something else is going on with Martin, but I wish him the best. And I just, it's just, I just seen the decline from Martin from being on Def Comedy Jam and doing his stand-ups back in the days to Run Tell That. Even then, he was kind of losing it. I don't know. It's just been a slow decline that I've just been seeing in Martin. Maybe it was his health or whatever it is.
You got any take on this, First Lady J?
I look at these actors, celebrities, they're all human just like we are. Our bodies go through some changes, and it's not necessarily that we're using drugs or anything. So I'm not going to falsely accuse anyone of anything. I just know our health is our wealth. We don't know what he's going through, and I just pray that everything is okay with him. None of us are spring chickens anymore, including Martin. So we don't know what's going on with him. All we can do is lift him up in prayer. It could be any of us today. Here one way and tomorrow or next way where our body change on us.
Shout out to Martin, though.
Hey, let's talk about that superintendent thing.
Okay, got you. A Wisconsin dad is under fire for rushing the stage at his daughter's high school graduation to shove a school official from the handshake lineup, and some think race is involved. This went down at Baraboo High School last week when they were holding their ceremony for the outgoing seniors. And video captured this awkward moment when a girl was walking across the stage and preparing to shake hands with school district bigwigs. It all ended with the father, whom were not identified to protect the girl's identity, getting arrested and booked on a disorderly conduct charge, but his motives remain unclear. The superintendent, who's black, is at the end of the line and he's ready to put her there. But the girl's father pops up out of nowhere from the crowd, whisking him away fast. You can tell the impromptu interruption caught everyone off guard, including his own kid. And while they're off camera, you can hear what sounds like the father say, "I don't want her touching him." This while the superintendent, Rainey Briggs, expresses frustration. Um, from what my understanding and me doing my research, I found that this stemmed from bullying. He felt like the superintendent did not defend his daughter when she was getting bullied, but some of her friends and other sources have said that it initiated with the girl bullying people, and then when they retaliated and bullied her back, supposedly that's why the superintendent didn't get involved. They didn't go any further and left it alone. But there was a big issue and dilemma where people were saying, why are they feeling like it's the superintendent and not the principal that he was coming after? That's all I have to say.
Yeah, the optics are terrible, and then everybody, I believe I started hearing boos, once that played out. So it was a bad look, if nothing else.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I know you got to be mindful when you're at these ceremonies, you in a glee mood or joyful mood, and then somebody has an alternative or a secret, and they could just whisk you off for that second. I know that brother was pissed. When you go back and think about it, I should have just knocked his ass out or just knocked his ass back off stage. Because I would have been sitting there pissed off. You think he comes up there and he got something real to say or something seriously, and then you find out it was just so he can't shake his daughter's hand. Oh man, I would have been pissed. Oh God.
Yeah, go up there and grab your daughter. Don't go up there
Yeah.
and grab me,
Yeah.
if that's what you feel.
Yep, and that's why people be ultra sensitive. Be like, "Don't touch me. What are you touching me for? Why you in my space? Because you got to be vigilant. Because people got motives and things like that. Shit, come on, man. It just
He
ruined the
deserves
moment.
Father of the Year award. He humiliated his daughter on her special day
Yeah.
You know, that's what makes it bad. That's something that she will never forget, you know. And he ruined it for other people. And there's, you know, he disrupted the whole ceremony for some bull crap, you know. You
Yep.
could have addressed, there's a time and place for everything, just put it that way.
That's what it is. That's 2 shows in a row with these crappy graduations. But what you about to say, El Pooh?
I ain't really got nothing to add to that, man. It's just the clown show continues.
That it does. So I don't know if now is the perfect time to go into these commercials.
Yeah, let's hit
Absolutely.
up some commercials. All right, what we got here? La Brea Trucking for all of your trucking needs. East Coast to West Coast, West Coast to East Coast, North to South, South to North. He'll get it there for you. Y'all saw the number at the end. Call the brother up. You need something delivered.
That's right. GoBeAlive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. And you can get it
And
locally too.
Yeah, it's in the store. You go to the Petty Vice located in Venice, California, and go to Afro City Marketplace located in the Crenshaw Mall.
That's right. Honey never goes bad.
All right. What's next? What's next?
That's right.
Spin.
That's Saturday at 10:30 a.m. That's Spin That Back, starring the infamous El Pooh. And you know, sometimes well, it's always myself, and sometimes Brother Walk, sometimes Mr. Floyd X. You know, we're trying to get our brick walls back on there. Brother dealing with some health, but you know, we're gonna be talking about today on Rakim and Eric B. So we're gonna talk about their collective legacy and the individual legacy.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. El Pooh.
That's what it
No,
was.
no, we
Yep.
good. Go.
Stop by the Score Bar and Lounge if you in the Sacramento area. They got the playoff games jumping off over there. On Wednesday, they got Wing Wednesday, where you get wings for $1, one wing $1 a wing. And the address is 7123 Franklin Boulevard. So you want to go chill at a bar or lounge, go over to the spot. They got security, so it's a good security team over there. The bartender's cool. It's a great place to visit. And they also have karaoke. They got tequila and Taco Tuesday. And there's one more thing they have. Oops, wrong one. And that's about it. I think that's it. Yeah, so Sunday brunch. So tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., you get you a Sunday brunch, some waffles and wings and things of that nature.
And since you put it up there, we're gonna tell you to go check out Bowen on Amazon. You know, Brother Victor, who's a constant contributor to our show. So you know, that's right, Bowen. It's a great look into his personal story, but it's a great look into New York. You know, a lot of us, we grew up in different coasts, but we were influenced by the music and the culture that came out of New York. This is a very behind the curtains look into something that happened, and this is a very location. It's not about Wu-Tang, but the bottom line is it's the same place where a lot of those brothers grew up. So you know, it's a great.
He said he made the Wu-Tang who they are today. That's what he said.
Shout
I'm
out
just
to Brother
joking.
Vic.
I'm just joking. Where we at? I ain't playing this no more. I haven't seen this in so long. I ain't playing this one after today. Haven't seen the show in so long. Where is it? Where's the show at?
Yeah, it's it's in syndication, but
Yeah.
we got Sex Talk with Walk every Thursday, not every Thursday, but supposedly every Thursday at 9 p.m. Grown heterosexual conversation.
Yeah, so every Thursday, you just go to the Focus Up Network YouTube channel and go look for Sex Talk for Walk, and just click on it and you can watch it.
That's right. If it's new to you, it's new to you.
Yeah. Watch it anyway.
Yeah, my favorite one is when a certain member of the Focus Up family was a little bit inebriated, and it was a great show. Happy birthday to that brother, though. It was his birthday.
Man. All right, what we got next is Focus Up Show every Saturday, 9 a.m. The new black media. We strive to give you good information, some entertainment, and hopefully progress and move the culture forward with progressive thoughts and things of that nature. We got the First Lady representing our sisters. We got Mr. Nice Guy. We got Mr. El Poon, and you got myself and Mr. Walk. We work every week to bring y'all the latest news and information every Saturday.
And let me bring out, Brother Charles X. I didn't point it out. Brother Charles X is just doing some work, so he'll be back in the mix as well. So we're missing our Minister of Information, but he'll be back.
Shout out to Brother Charles X. All right, let's get to it. Let's jump into the celebrity recycle bin. I know.
I can see the smile on your face, but you knew which one you was going into. Go ahead, set the table.
Everybody don't want to talk about it. This is gossip. This is nonsense. What are we talking about this shit for? Who cares who's dating who? Why? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Let me explain and try to put it out there. Listen. I understand that people get into relationships and fall out of relationships, but sometimes you need to avoid people that's been with certain other people. For me personally, I don't like to go after nobody. And if I see who you was dating and if that person is look like a sleaze to me or whatever, I'm cool on you. No disrespect to you, but I'm cool on you. I don't like seconds. That's just me. And so the whole point, the reason that I wanted this as a topic is because Ray J did an interview on Club Shay Shay, and he talks about how he his wife, the one I think they divorced now, but Princess was with Mayweather, and because Ray J wanted her, him and Mayweather fell out, or they're not as cool as they used to be. So that was the whole point of bringing this up, to probably dive into that, understand why do people do that, and not just celebrities. Why do your homeboy go after your girl? You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. What y'all got to say about it?
First Lady J.
Oh, I wasn't expecting me. I don't agree with it either. I feel like, there are other women out there. You can choose someone else. I actually kind of like feel some type of way about women who do that to themselves, and not throwing shade out there. Halle Berry, for instance, like sometimes it makes me feel like, is there something wrong with the woman? Why she's going through so many different men? If I have to agree with Mr. X. I'm sorry that even me as a woman, I wouldn't want to go with a man that one of my friends or even someone that I associate myself with has been with. I'd rather find somebody of my own. This not the color purple where we're gonna be sitting up there having notes and saying you had them your way and I had them mine. No, it's get so I definitely agree with Mr. X. There's other women out there. You can choose someone else, especially if you're friends or an associate with that person, why even do that? To me, it's like, okay, you had your eye on that person all along.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like, look, I I don't think that's an ideal target to go after somebody that's especially from your circle. I mean, to me, that would be a no go. I wouldn't even let even if there was a spark there, I would never let it kindle. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you move on, you move on. And to me, I wouldn't be trying to regulate somebody that I was with. And I'm wishing everybody the best. And if these people can find something, God bless. I understand that, like I said, it's not an ideal situation, but when the situation just becomes what it becomes, if these two people really feeling each other, y'all grown ups and y'all just need to find out. Y'all need to find out. But I'm not surprised that these celebrities are doing this type of thing, because celebrities, they're part of a crowd. And that's the circle that you're in, and that's basically the pull which you're pulling people out of there. So it's just not shocking that would be that sort of like passing around after a fashion. They're not really literally passing around, but it just seems like that to us. But the question is the people that are going after them. It's just like Kim Kardashian. No, I got the most respect for her, to me. But I mean, she's a person that a lot of dudes clown her, like, oh, that's, she's like been through all these other dudes. But I'm like, well, why do you keep lining up? So why are you going to be faulting her when she just seems like a decent person who's very famous, very rich, very powerful, and, studying to become a lawyer. I don't know if she actually pulled that off or not, but I know that she did some civil work to get that brother released out of jail. So, I got nothing but respect for Kim Kardashian.
She got a lot of people out of jail. She did.
I got nothing but respect for Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I agree. Me too. Go ahead. You want to say something, Apple? Or?
Oh, all I can say is, brothers don't supposed to be going after each other's woman. That come on, bro. That's not cool. Now, if it's some rat that's being passed around, that is where it is, But you got to know the difference. And the other thing is, if you just happen to be one of these cats that get caught up with a rat, call her your woman, and somebody come and tell you about her, or letting you know what it is, and you find out in the end that she really is a rat, that's on you. You should have been listening. That happens too. But you shouldn't be. I mean, our code is, but my code is this: I'll never go after my friend's woman or even their exes. That's just that ain't what we do. And if you did that to me, then I'm looking at you like, you wasn't really my people's anyway. Because that's just, I don't know, that's just the code that we live by. I don't know about everybody else, but that's our code.
I hear what you're saying. Is that fully versed, fully discussed, Mr. Floyd X?
Damn, it was one more point. Y'all hear echo? Or is that just me?
Yeah, got an echo.
It's a little echo, but it's fine.
All right. So I think we fully touched on it. Just leave your boy's girl alone. Basically, you don't need to go after your boy's girl or your circle's
girl's
girl.
boy. Yeah, your girl's boy.
Just leave him alone. We can move forward on from it. But wait, one more thing. Because El Pooh had that line. He said, lightning strikes 3 times. Bow Wow, Future's baby mama expecting from Trayvon Diggs. Now that's lightning striking. Same dudes going after the same women, everybody getting it pregnant. So what does that say? What does that look like? You just one star to the next to the
She's
next.
a good looking rat. That's what it is.
Ouch.
Oh man.
A rat. First lady, you hear he called her a rat.
All I can do is just make an expression, Wow.
Man.
I mean, but it makes you wonder. I mean, it's like, I'm definitely not ratting Erica Badu, but she's somebody else that's didn't she got like a few celebrity baby daddies?
Yep. We got the DOC. What's the dude? The Andre 3000 and one more.
And Future, right? It's not Future, but one of his other cats,
Jay
Electronica.
But are all of them friends or associates? Hank Taylor, like
they all in the music industry.
And Mayweather were friends or cool, so that's a big no. But if they're not friends or so, it doesn't matter if they're in the industry or not. But if they hang together, chill together, that makes a huge difference.
Hey, what's that
I
group?
agree with that.
What's the group with Omarion and Lil Fizz?
Because they one of them has
B2K. B2K.
Uh,
Is that
okay.
B2K?
or immature
I think it's like
B2K.
or B2K. Yeah, one.
Yeah.
I just know that was a situation where a female that was when there, so that was real messy. You're not only your peoples, but y'all in the same group. It's just that's just that's it's
Fizz
messy.
end up with I think Amarion's girl. I can't think of
See, that's a combination of you stabbing your boy in the back and a hood rat.
And did Tay Diggs end up with her last or something? I think it just
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not
Y'all-
crazy.
Y'all seen that dude lately? He losing his mind, dude.
Tay
Tay
Diggs.
Diggs, yeah, he on there dancing like a ballerina, putting on women's drag, and he losing his mind.
He's doing it for the bag. Drag for the bag.
Drag for the
I
bag.
don't know. I'm just joking.
Hey, that white lady turned him out, so let
Yeah.
it go, female. But let's let it go. Go on to the next topic. What
Where
we
we at?
got up there?
Let's try this one. Let's try the Caitlin Clark. So see what we can do. Can we swing the bat at that?
All right, so let's talk about Caitlin Clark. The thing that gets me about this whole Caitlin Clark situation, it's like the WNBA should be embracing her because she's bringing a spotlight to them. You shouldn't be so much worried about that she's taking shine from you. She's bringing new eyes, and once those new eyes come over there, now that gives you an opportunity to win those eyes over. So you shouldn't be looking at her as like some spy or some foreign thing that's taking over your thing, as much as something that you can exploit and the sport can exploit and get bigger. And I know she's been going through her rookie struggles and all of this stuff, but yesterday she went off. Or should I say last night? So she went off for 30. She hit like a record, like 7 threes. I mean, she was just shaking and baking, just smoking people from distance and crossing them up. I mean, she was doing some good things. So I'm rooting for the WNBA. I feel like if Kobe not have passed away, he'd have really got people into it because he was really doing that work for them. So I feel like I'm carrying his thing on when I talk about it and speak well about it, because we need to support these sisters. They're doing great fundamental things, in basketball.
And I understand as a whole, a team, when you playing and you want to play to win and you don't want to treat the rookie special, so you go hard on them. But y'all got to understand, and I mean, the ladies in the WNBA, she's bringing all this attention to y'all. Enjoy the moment. Tell your time to shine. Enjoy it. Don't look and hating on her and all this hate that it looked like she getting. And that one dude called her a white bee, and the what's the name spoke. I think Matt Barnes, he probably spoke the most eloquently on it, talking about what about her teammates, why they not helping her out or standing up for her. But y'all gotta respect that she is bringing a lot of attention to y'all.
That's right. She's an ally, not an adversary. What you about to say, Elpoo?
Nothing.
Oh, it looked like you were leaning into it. You got something to say about this, First Lady J?
I do not. This hater's gonna hate. That's it.
Okay.
So what we got up next?
Shaq.
There we go.
So this came out as a meme where he was saying that a man shouldn't cry in front of his woman because if he does, she'll lose respect for him. I was trying to search for the actual interview or whatever, so I could actually attribute those words to him.
She said, I saw it. It was on the big podcast. Him and that comedian. What's the name of that dude? I forgot the comedian. But him, the comedian, and the other host of the big podcast was speaking on it. And him and Carlos Miller. No, that's not him. Damn, that's the wrong one. But the comedian,
Walker's gonna be destroying you in the comments later after.
Yeah, I can't remember the comedian name, but he's one of the big ones, or one of that new generation of comedians. And they was talking about don't express your feelings in front of your women, and people pretty much say because they're gonna throw it back in your face eventually. And I kind of agree with it. And I know the first lady, she feels the opposite end of it, but I kind of agree. What you doing here, Mr. Ika? Who doing
I
that?
always try to put you guys where I know what you look at. I wasn't doing it one-on-one.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, I kind of agree with it, but I want to hear the first lady take. She might enlighten me to something. So I'm all ears, first lady.
My opinion on this, I feel like it's okay for a man to cry in front of his woman. It shows that he trusts that woman wholeheartedly. And to me, it also shows that he's a true man. A man. He's not trying to hide who he is. He's being himself. He's human as well. We all have feelings. There's a song by the OJs, Cry Together. There is absolutely nothing wrong with a man crying in front of his woman. We all need a shoulder to cry on. Who he's supposed to go lay on his friend homeboy's shoulder and cry, then he becomes suspect. On the other hand, I do have to agree there are some immature women that will throw it in your face. But that's, once again, that's an immature woman that's doing such thing. And so what if she does? That just lets you know about her character, what type of female you are dealing with. I would never go throw up in my guy's face. Oh, you were crying about this, you were crying about that. No, even if him just being vulnerable, coming to me, I'm his woman. If he can't trust me, who can he trust? So it's about a whole trust situation and him just being, excuse me, comfortable. He trusts me if he cries in front of me. Trust means everything in a relationship.
There's no crying in masculinity. No, I'm just saying. You know what? I'm kind of taking a different perspective on this now. I started with one look, but now I'm thinking about it. I go, crying is kind of, look. If you cry, you cry. Whatever you do that's natural and human, you do. It'd be faking and fronting to do anything else. But I'm gonna say this: the thing about crying, a lot of times, is giving into something. And I'm just saying that I don't know if you need to just give in any old time. There's certain times when the situation is going to break you. The last time I really cried, I went to a funeral of a really close person that I grew up with, and I was doing good up until they were showing his kids, and then they were showing him in the hospital when he's dying of cancer, and he's got this big old hole in his face. And I mean, out of nowhere, I lost it. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like me trying to fight it. I didn't think I was going there, and then it just hit me, and then I just couldn't control it. And I'm just saying that it is what it is. But I'll say one thing. Since I brought up Kobe before, I'll bring it up now, and I'll confess I've been a totally coward about the whole Kobe situation.
What
I
you
never
mean?
really came to terms with it. I didn't watch the funeral because I knew I was gonna cry, and I just ran away from it every single time. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was driving home one day listening to the radio, and Vin Scully just threw out this little heart touching and almost broke me down on the street. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, he caught me off guard. And and to me, it's all right to get it out, but I don't know if you should
I mean, as far as crying in front of your lady, like I understand at a funeral or at the death, somebody's death. To me, that's understandable. I know one of the points that Shaq then was talking about on the show was about like if things are getting weighing heavy on your shoulder and you're having a difficulty in life, and then you go to her crying to her, and I don't think you should do that at all. As a
Why not?
leader,
I agree.
because you're the leader of the house. Nobody wants to see the leader is scared because now we must be coming to an end. If I'm a child and I see my father crying about life, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, what's going on? Pops can't help us. You gotta.
We're human though. Like, it's well, we can't always control our emotions. I mean, and you don't necessarily have to cry in front of the your child or the kids. You're crying to her. It's kind of like venting, and you're venting in an emotional way. And I'm not a man, so I'm just saying, for me, I don't see an issue with it. Doesn't make you less of a man because you're being vulnerable or talking to me about an issue, even if it's making you emotional. You probably emotional, like, this is my family, I care about my family, or yourself, it's like hurting you. It's a pain. If you're crying, it's because It's a pain. You're inflicted in some pain. It's bothering you. You're not out there just walking around the street crying or crying to your homeboy or crying to your kids. You're crying to a person that you trust, and love. So I don't see it as a bad thing. And once again, I would say I am not a man. I get that being a protector and a provider or whatnot, it's a hurtful feeling at the end of the day. You cannot, if something hurts you and it's painful, you cannot hide it. It's only so long that it's gonna come out.
I think you can compartmentalize some things. I mean, I
Some
think
things.
that it's, to me, that's why I wanted to bring out the point about giving in. It's sort of like, for lack of a analogy, I'm apologizing in advance, but I mean, it's just like sex, and you're coming up to a crescendo. If you go too far, you're gonna go, you know what I'm saying, what it is. So my point is that when you see yourself getting to that point, I would say that as a man, there's on certain things you just got to pull it back. I mean, there's something to be said as a leader to show some type of strength. Everybody doesn't need to see you in your weakest form. You got God for that. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody that's seeing you, once again, is your significant other.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm just telling you right now. My wife definitely don't need
I
to
don't
see me
want.
like that.
I don't want my wife to see me at my weakest. If
Yeah,
I'm scared, bill collectors coming, and I'm crying about it. Come on, man. You go somewhere, go to the bar, go get in your car and think that shit out. Think it out. Don't cry in front of her. And
But what about this? What if your woman? What if your woman was in some type of extreme pain, and you just saw the pain in her, and then it brought you to tears?
that's a different situation to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. All right,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. These are the times that you might cry. I tell you this though, you rather cry in front of your woman than cry in front of your homeboy. That's for sure.
Thank you.
It depends what you're crying for, though. I mean, if your homeboy's dead and you're crying with your homeboys,
You would rather cry in front of your woman than cry in front of your homeboy. Trust me.
well, hey,
Even about bills or whatever the stuff, life throws us curveballs. We
don't be
get
crying
personal.
over no damn bills. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm going about what you guys threw out there or what Mr. X threw out there. So I can only go by what was said, and that's why.
And it was a great example. And to me, that's a boundary not to cry for. You know what I'm saying? That's something where and it's not about so much fronting and faking. It's just not giving in. It's just not letting yourself collapse like that in over something like that. I hate to say this on live for everybody to see, because this is a superpower that women have, and I'm just telling you, every guy that I know, this completely breaks you. When your woman cries, you could be angry with her or whatever, but when a woman cries that you care about, it's the most guttiest, punchiest thing ever. And I mean, it will break you down. And it's just like, if you're in the argument, all that stuff goes away. You know what I'm saying? If your woman is going through it because of someone is lost, I'm just telling you, it will bring the sensitivity out there. If you cry in that situation, that's fair game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, it's almost an unfair advantage, because I think that when a woman cries, she breaks a man down. If a man cries, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I tend to agree that that you try to fight it if you can.
Yeah, when a woman starts crying, it's like, well, now it's over. Now it's like, damn.
I'll tell you, it's a secret weapon.
Yeah,
You win
right.
every argument.
Damn, you're right.
We got a comment. The brother says, LeBret Trucking, y'all know me. I ain't no B. If tears fall, they fall.
Hey, salute to that brother. And that's keeping it 100. Again, if they fall, they fall. It is what it is. But I'm saying fight it. If it's depending on what it is. I mean, if you lose a parent, you lose a family member, that it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? If someone really gets hurt and you're worried about them in the hospital, it's a different situation. But if you're talking about like, oh man, I come home from work and she just fussing at me, I'm just so angry that I'm gonna cry. I'm like, nah, bro, nah, that's that's not gonna help you. I don't think that's gonna help you. You think that's gonna help you, First Lady J?